Hello biologists, this is a short tutorial video on how to work with ratios and how to calculate ratios that you will need for your problem solving skills. So, what is a ratio? It says here, a ratio is a way to show a relationship or compare two numbers of the same kind. So you're going to be asked to express a ratio or simplify a ratio, and your job is to do that calculation to compare some data. So if we look at this example here, it says, what is the ratio of cats to dogs? So the first thing you'll do, you'll set out your working. The little 2 sign you must include, and you will start to do some counting. So in this case, we have 6 cats. So you'd write down the number 6, 2, and there are 3 dogs. Now, this can be simplified down because 6 and 3 can be divided by 3. So what you'll do is divide each side of your ratio by a number that fits into both, in this case 3, and that will give you your final answer of 2 to 1. So what that tells us is that for every 2 cats, we have 1 dog. So our ratio of cats to dogs is 2 to 1. So in this case, we're comparing animals. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at some other simplifying examples, specifically to what we call a whole number ratio. So that means there are no decimal points. Now, what you can see, we have a ratio of 10 to 5. To simplify that down, we have divided by 2 on either side, which gives us a whole number ratio of 5 to 1. In this example, we have got 0.2 to 20. Problem being 0.2 is not a whole number. So the first thing I would do is multiply it up by 10 to get rid of that decimal point. So you then have 2 to 20. Divide that by 2 on either side, and that simplifies your ratio down to 1 to 10. This is a National 5 level past paper question. So it's comparing the rate of extinction of mammals over 2 different time periods. For questions like this, I would use a highlighter or a pen to pick out the important data. So you're comparing, or you're expressing a ratio of 1900 to 2000 compared to 1500 to 1900. I would then write down the information you need. So you have 90 to 4.5. Simplify that down. So I would divide that by 4.5 on either side, which will then give you a final answer of 20 to 1. So you've extracted the data from the table, you have simplified it down to give you your final ratio of 20 to 1, which gives you the answer of D from the mark scheme. So one last example for this video, we've got a question that says, a mixture of chemicals contain 28 grams of sodium chloride and 36 grams of lithium chloride. Give the simplest whole number ratio of sodium chloride to lithium chloride. So highlight the key information. You know you've got 28 grams of sodium chloride and 36 grams of lithium chloride. So you will express your ratio as 28 to 36 to start with. Then you can simplify that down by dividing by 4 on either side, which will then give you your final ratio of 7 to 9. So for every 7 grams of sodium or sodium chloride in this mixture, you will have an equivalent 9 grams of lithium chloride. So that is a whistle-stop tour of ratios. I hope that's helpful. Key tips, key information: lay out your information or your ratio in the correct order. So read the question, ask what it is comparing to what. Next thing you need to do is simplify it down into a whole number ratio. So get rid of any decimal points that you can and make sure that you can't divide those numbers any further down. And that's you, job done. So good luck, enjoy, bye bye.